Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we'll be going over some of the best highlights from today's LPL 2024 Spring Split matchup. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
Find an inch in bot lane and they take a mile.
Uh-oh.
And we're going to look for a dive on Zora. He's not level 2 just yet. Gold card just get hit. Health's going to have to try and get him out of turret aggro. Shun flashes away just to make sure he can keep going with that. They're still going with this one here. Zora going forward, but On takes the aggro. And that's first blood to BLG.
Beautiful. You see Shun skipping the entire both side camps to make sure you punish that Smolder early on. Only level 2, about a bajillion CS down, and Xiaoshu.
Xiaoshu, you can't do that. You cannot disrespect it. That was just there's nothing you can do. And despite bot lane winning, or you know,
they're
gonna pop it in. There's gonna be the wild cards, and Elk already on 2 kills. Asom, he's getting chased down here. Gold card will land. A cleanse has to be used. He gets it just off cool.
Job is right. Our job is to let people know of how close a matchup is and how very easily tables can turn. I can't lie here to you, chat. I think BLG look fantastic. Bot lane looks incredibly strong, especially with the TF. We mentioned the second that Ghost is up for Elk, it's going to the of skill that these players are holding into their hands. As Xiaoshu is trying again.
Yeah, not sure if he wins this one. He's got a Hex Drinker coming in. Ghost gets popped. You do have Nayu trying to sprint up here with the ultimate. No flash available for Bin, but he's still looking for the fight. Still getting plenty of damage down here. You can see now the healing's just becoming a bit too much. He doesn't have a rotation of spells, though. And once those Qs are down, Bin will follow with it itself as there are top teams.
Here we go again.
Yeah, they're going to look for a move on the Xiaoshu. He has no Ghost, so he's going to be a little slower to get away from this. Gets the knockdown, and they're going to be able to pick him up pretty damn easily. On was tanking up the tower. It was basically a perfect move. Armor one, which is interesting enough when you think about the fact that you have got double 80 carry on the side of BLG. I kind of would have preferred the Bramble Vest, to be perfectly frank, but it is what it is, as we now have a fight over the last of the Grubs. 2 have already gone over to the side of BLG. The last one will go to RA, so it's a 4-2 split for the moment.
Item 4. Kindred is going to be extremely powerful. He's got first dip into the river as well. A lot of backup from his team. On sees the Ral is just going to engage on them. It's just a little bit of back and forth at this point, but BLG are so strong. Smolder is nowhere near.
Nowhere near it. They're looking to try and get a smite steal, and they will. That's going to go over to RA. They're looking for a fight after the fact, but now you can see the damage is really starting to come in. On getting a little bit of help from his veggies. That lettuce is doing him the world of good. Vikla has to perfectly execute over the wall. He flashes. One more auto from El could be enough, but he hasn't got the range, and he should be able to get away. Vikla will not be in range of those wild cards either.
And it instantly makes the 5 versus 3, of course, with Xiaoshu staying towards the top side of the map. He did hammer that top lane tower to his defense. 4 tower plates have gone to the side of Udyr, but at what cost?
Zora, my sweet summer child. You'll be thinking of summer very soon, because their spring split for RA is just disintegrating before their eyes. This will probably bring them to 3 and 8. This is already starting to become a problem.
Absolutely, and you mentioned something earlier on. You said they have double 80 carries. Usually one problem with Twisted Fate down the bot lane is that this will be your only type of quote-unquote 80 carry on the map, so you need him to group. Right here, it's not the case. You've got Shun onto Kindred on the other side of the map. You can just see how much are you willing to bleed to try and bring it back? And the second question here is, and this is a caveat only for BLG, how much are you willing to bleed at all versus BLG to then try and bring it back? Because game, due to the nature of BLG's comp being so squishy, you could find angles, but so far BLG are choking RA on the map. I mean, hell, they just walked to tier 1 mid, they just took it.
Yeah, right. They don't care.
Sure.
They don't care. Why would they care? Like, no one was going to engage on them. No one was going to have a moment. You have a static shift, almost a rapid fire. You have a Medjai's on Knight, who we talked about has been quiet so far today. So you see the Rift Herald being taken. Don't know if this is the correct move here from On, but he's going to try and get away from this one after the fact. They are going to get Nico to pop in with the Pop Blossom. Decent damage. Xiaoshu jumps over the top as Nayu gets taken out. That's 1 for none so far. On flashes away. Oh, he's a slippery character. Just about gets punished, but I mean, it cost everything, including Vicla's life. Elk looking for a little bit more of a push here onto Asa, but they won't be able to get it. They do get the charge down. Bin loses the World Ender after the fact, and they're going to get the tower anyway. I mean, they could keep going as well if they really wanted to, but they've got their prize. They backed themselves away.
Guys, whilst barely participating this entire time, not necessarily due to his own fault. You know, he has been a little bit of an island lately in the mid lane, so he has been doing his job by pressuring the waves, not allowing Akali to roam early on, especially after 6, where she gets really dangerous. So Knight purchasing Medja is right here. It feels his assists.
Absolutely, and I think that it's he knows he's going to be the big engage. I think that the great thing about a Nico, and especially, you know, I know one of the bigger kind of supporters of Medjai is more so on Ari than anyone else, is Nymera. And he does say that, like, you know, all it takes is one big skirmish in this mid-game around the 20-minute marks where you get ult. And it feels like Smolder has become kind of found out in the LPL a little bit. We are seeing a lot more counters to it as people move forward and look for a little bit more. Oh, Nayu. Oh, that feels so bad. That's now 6 stacks here for the Kindred, and now showing us for TP play if they need it. They don't see anybody, though, on this Baron, because they haven't got the exact timing of it. Knight even kind of being a little bit of a nuisance. Now they see it's going down. Will they be able to get a teleport in? I mean, the Baron's gone. There's nothing for them to do. On goes in to try and catch out Nayu a little bit. There's the Destiny Gate, the flash forward in with the Pop Blossom on the 3. Mom ain't gonna do you anything here today, and this could just be the game. The Baron has been taken. Vikla goes in, and this is it. They're just melting them right now. Vikla, with all the dashes, with all the movement in the world, he flashes over the side of the wall, not quite getting the wall, but it should be enough difference. But the TP comes in, and Vikla should be going down anyway. Pin TP to end it all. It won't be the fastest game of the split. That belongs to BLG versus EDG. Just underneath it, BLG absolutely dominate RA. They'll have a last gasp here as they try and engage, but you've no damage. Your death timers are so staggered, and you're just giving over more KDA.
Absolutely, Smolder's coming up, but I don't think it's going to matter right here. They might actually even look to stack their KDAs with a Smolder respawning. You know what would have made this much easier? If my Aatrox actually TP'd in base to try and end the game, but hey, BLG KDAs, are actually stacking up the KDAs.
No, they are just like on the fountain, melting Hellfires right now. They do not care. They're actually ignoring Asum. They give one little kill over the Kindred's. Ult actually goes off just before they die, so bit of a weird one there. They go back in with the quickness. They get the Pop Blossom down. They are having fun. They need to deal with this Smolder right now, because Smolder is actually going to be building them down. They need to end the game. Elk and Bin have to walk away. And that Smolder ultimate has to be used just to try and wave clear. The inhibitor mid does go down. They have top lane down for another 3 minutes. They're going to push in towards this bot side. I mean, look, it's done. This game is over. It's going to take one last team fight with all their summoners available. And yeah, here we go. Pop Blossom comes down. Doesn't really hit onto anybody, but it does not matter. Double kill coming in here for the Aatrox. Bin is massive. It will not be a penta, but it will be a beautiful KDA here for this Twisted Fate. Already building up towards a very, very good game. And well, perfect KDA, if you will, for Elk. He's the only person on his team to not die. And now, at 25.5 minutes, BLG take the win, and RA just
constructed front to back team fighting composition. I do say though that Jinx is just a worse version of Smolder. It feels like Smolder is more of an evolved version. If you look at sort of the abilities and the way this shot have been sort of pinned underneath the tower for the time being. Now, of course, I know that Ari is roaming towards the bottom of the map. There is Flash onto Zora, but all Ona has to do is literally walk onto you, pin you on the ground with one auto attack. Knight is going to ult through the wall.
Gonna try and go for the dive here. They're gonna look to try and tank it up. An easy pick up there. Knight should be able to dash out after taking the turret aggro as well. No flash available. Vikla.
The boss of the map, the Smolder hasn't died. You don't have summoners. Your flash is down. So it's not going to be as easy for the Smolder to walk into river.
Absolutely. And I like that Xiaoshu's kind of recognizing as well that he can be a bit more of a nuisance. You saw him ignoring the Aatrox in that top side. Will, however, recognize that in a 3v1, he does not win. His wave is being crashed, so just able to walk away. Damage after the fact, as we can see Xiaoshu and Bin having a little bit of a wet noodle fight.
And for sure, Vikla right there, I'm really happy with what I'm seeing from him, as Xiaoshu and Bin are going at it for like, what, the 15th time this series on Aatrox versus Warrior?
Yeah, they do have The ghost being popped here. Bin goes into the world and they're getting a bit of healing coming out from this as well. But, I mean, Shun should be able to, flash in, bonk on the head.
Sorry, Shashu. Shashu already moving, doesn't want to commit the TP right here. He's going to try to contest that wave, but they have found
He
Balia.
separates the fight, but he's been caught out. He doesn't get the flash over the wall, but they do trade back 1-for-1, but it's a mid laner for a support. You take that fight any day of the week, and now you're just getting peppered down. This smolder is starting to stack, and Bin is getting huge. One more auto would have been enough to take down Nayu. But he's not able to get him just yet. Everyone running for the hills right there, but BLG take a convincing 2-for-1 trade, and they will get Dragon as well.
Yeah, and Shun was so pivotal right there, stopping Vikla right before he gets into the fight. We said how important these Talia ultimates were going to be, the wall separating the fight, trying to win these neutral objectives for RA.
Flash forward there by On. He needs a little bit more attack speed. Oh, he autos the ward instead. A flick back from Vikla, but I feel like it's just going to lead to Knight getting himself a nice little kill. And Bin gets himself over the wall. Still healing, still keeping himself a nuisance. Will eventually go down after the rest of RA jumping on top of him. But in a 4v1, he nearly got himself out of it.
The positives here, though, for RA is that they do with the mid-side, the middle of the map. Side, literally the middle of the map.
Still early for both of us. We're fine. It's still early.
Yeah. You know what? For somebody who I don't think has seen much of daylight in her life, surprisingly, I'm awake right now. Yeah. I'm surprisingly awake.
Not a morning person. The brush recognizes he's surrounded by that chicken pit, so doesn't kind of go for it. A little bit of a move here from Asum to turn the car around, gets himself the nice little charge down. While this is happening, you can see Bin on the top side with a TP, happy to keep pushing this in. All 5 members of RA here in the mid lane. Charm lands here on the Zora, takes a chunk, but nothing too crazy. You do have the event horizon.
They're gonna push in that mid lane wave and dip straight back into River. They have a pretty good flank with Bin right here, so if they want to fight, On is going in.
A great fight to come in there. Great ultimate from On as he flashed in, trying to go in and dipping in, dipping out. Vikla already down to half HP below that. Bin can't really get on top of this one though, as he has been charged down by Asum. And Bin almost gets on top of him. Asum flashes away and Bin gets taken out. Now you can see that Elk joins the fight and they're doing some serious damage. It's a good super mega death rocket, but it's just not really enough. And now Elk feels very confident to move forward onto this. Still has his flash available, waiting for a couple of small cooldowns to come back. Gets hit by the zap. A forward here. Oh, Vikla doesn't actually get onto the wall, and he's actually kept his team penned in. A flash forward, a kill, another kill. Charm does not land, but Xiaoshu has not got a ghost. He's trying to sprint as far as he can away from this fight. Comes back off cooldown for Elk. Does nothing. And Xiaoshu being jumped on here by Knight, but I think he might have just given himself over. He might have given up the ghost a little bit, and Knight says, yep, thank you very much. The delayed triple kill for the mid lane. In with a near death cap of items. Second dragon now going over to BLG as RA recognized, yeah, we had no way of bit of Zora's HP, maybe more than just a little bit. They're getting a lot here out of them. A flash forward or a flash in retreat. Good ultimate there from the Smolder to try and pepper down these health bars, and they're getting so low. Elk gets one. A good charm there as well. You can see that Elk just putting in work, putting in damage.
Knight?
No one can deal with Knight, who flashes away, gets the charm, gets the dash, gets the kill. And that is why Knight is probably, almost certainly, the best Ahri in the world. He dances with death and knows that he takes the lead. That is going to be BLG cracking open this game. The Baron will be a formality. Knight's not even going to go for it. He's going to break open the base himself. And in the next 3 minutes, you imagine it's going to be curtains for RA.
You see his big smile on his face. What an incredible performance on the Ahri. 8-0-5. So close to his 4th item as well. And the way he played around this team fight, the way he danced around the
fight. So, I mean, this game is just... it's just solidifying in my mind that BLG are the favorites for the split. Is now Asum. He's dead. 2 more resets coming in for Knight. See if he can get himself into double digits in terms of the kills, but right now he's just going for a double. Getting a triple.
Oh.
Not going to get himself the penta. Maybe a quadra to end it all, but double on triple. It's a full house for BLG. It's a 2-0 for BLG, and it's them going up to 11-1 in the standings.
Ooh, that triple fist bump right there from BLG, and they didn't shatter expectations at all. If anything, they solidified them further. Our expectations were, we're going into this game.
These were some of the best highlights from today's LPL 2024 Spring Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.